Hello once again, welcome to another lesson. My name is Manchas Kazaba and I am the creator of the website pianokeyboardguide.com. This lesson is part of a series of lessons where we take a look at chords by key. What are the chords in the key of D major? First of all, you need to know the notes in the key of D major, or the notes of the D major scale. There are two sharps in the key of D major. These sharps are F sharp and C sharp. The notes of this key are D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp. Each chord in the key of D major is based on one of these notes. Roman numerals indicate each chord's position relative to the major scale. Chord 1 is based on the note D. Chord 2 is based on the note E. Chord 3 is based on the note F sharp. Chord 4 is based on the note G. Chord 5 is based on the note A. Chord 6 is based on the note B. And chord 7 is based on the note C sharp. Notice that chords 1, 4, and 5 are major chords, and the Roman numerals are capitalized. Chords 2, 3, and 6 are minor chords, and the Roman numerals are lowercase. Chord 7 is a diminished chord and is lowercase. Chords in a major key follow the pattern major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. The chords in the key of D major are D major, E minor, F sharp minor, G major, A major, B minor, and C sharp diminished. Every one of these chords make use of the notes of the D major scale. When coming up with chords in a key, you may only include notes that are in that specific key. Triad chords in the key of D major. Chord 1, D major. Chord 2, E minor. Chord 3, F sharp minor. Chord 4, G major. Chord 5, A major. Chord 6, B minor. And chord 7, C sharp diminished. Let's try coming up with chords in the key of D major without depending on memorization of the chord pattern. We already know that the chords are either major, minor, or diminished. What chord is based on the note D? This one is quite obvious because we are in the key of D major. It has to be a D major chord. Furthermore, it cannot be a minor chord because the notes of the D minor chord are D, F, and A. And F is not in the D major scale. Let's move to the note E. What chord should we play? It cannot be E major because the notes of the E major chord are E, G sharp, and B. Neither can it be E diminished because the notes of the E diminished chord are E, G, and B flat. It has to be E minor, consisting of the notes E, G, and B, which are all in the D major scale. How about the note F sharp? Is the chord F sharp major, F sharp minor, F sharp diminished? It's clearly F sharp minor, consisting of the notes F sharp, A, and C sharp, which are all part of the D major scale. You can do this with any note in the scale to come up with chords in the key of D major. You can do this for the notes G, A, B, and C sharp, and you will clearly see that the chords have to be none other than G major, A major, B minor, and C sharp diminished, respectively. Another way to come up with chords by key is to first of all know what the scale is. Then form each chord by skipping a letter or note. For instance, you can start on D, skip E, play F sharp, skip G, and play A, giving you D, F sharp, A, which is a D major chord. You can start on C sharp, skip D, play E, skip F sharp, and play G, giving you C sharp, E, G. And this is a C sharp diminished chord. You can add sevenths to each of these chords. Therefore, D major becomes D major seventh. E minor becomes E minor seventh. F sharp minor becomes F sharp minor seventh. G major becomes G major seventh. A major becomes A dominant seventh. B minor becomes B minor seventh. And C sharp diminished becomes C sharp minor seventh, flat 5. The chord pattern for sevenths is major seventh, minor seventh, minor seventh, major seventh, dominant seventh, minor seventh, minor seventh, flat 5th. A minor seventh flat 5th chord is also called a half diminished 7th chord. Notice that for each 7th chord in the key of D major, every note is part of the D major scale. 4-note extended chords in the key of D major. Chord 1, D major 7th. Chord 2, E minor 7th. Chord 3, F sharp minor 7th. Chord 4, G major 7th. Chord 5, A dominant 7th. Chord 6, B minor 7th. And chord 7, C sharp minor 7th, flat 5. You can form 4-note extended chords in a key by skipping letters or notes. First of all, start by knowing your scale. All you have to do now is to skip a letter or note. You can start on F sharp, for instance, skip G, play A, skip B, play C sharp, skip D, and play E, giving you the notes F sharp, A, C sharp, E. which is an F sharp minor 7th chord. What are the notes of each chord in the key of D major? Let's start with the triad chords. The notes of chord 1, D major, are D, F sharp, A. The notes of chord 2, E minor, are E, G, B. The notes of chord 3, F sharp minor, are F sharp, A, C sharp. The notes of chord 4, G major, are G, B, D. The notes of chord 5, A major, are A, C sharp, E. The notes of chord 6, B minor, are B, D, F sharp. And the notes of chord 7, C sharp diminished, are C sharp, E, G. What are the notes of each 4-note chord in the key of D major? The notes of chord 1, D major 7th, are D, F sharp, A, C sharp. The notes of chord 2, E minor 7th, are E, G, B, D. The notes of chord 3, F sharp minor 7th, are F sharp, A, C sharp, E. The notes of chord 4, G major 7th, are G, B, D, F sharp. The notes of chord 5, A 7th, are A, C sharp, E, G. The notes of chord 6, B minor 7th, are B, D, F sharp, A. The notes of C sharp minor 7th, flat 5, are C sharp, E, G, B. Here's a diagram of the D major scale on the treble and bass clefs. It also shows the D major key signature. There are 2 sharps in the key of D major, and these sharps are F sharp and C sharp. Common chord progressions in the key of D major. Here are some common chord progressions that you can form with some of these chords. 1, 4, 5. The chords are D major, G major, A major. 1, 6, 4, 5. The chords are D major, B minor, G major, A major. 2, 5, 1. The chords are E minor 7th, A dominant 7th, D major 7th. You may experiment and come up with your own chord progressions. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Manchas Kazabo, and I am the creator of the website pianokeyboardguide.com. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. Be sure to check out my books at amazon.com and my courses at udemy.com. They will help you take your piano playing to the next level. Manchas Kazabo, thank you very much. All the best. pianokeyboardguide.com